Welcome back to the Sospes Safety Roundtable podcast. I'm Stacey Godbold here, and I am thrilled to have Maria Salas here. Maria, tell us who you're with.
I am with Wieland. We are the business unit Wieland Metal Services, and that's the part of the business unit that I work from is the metal services side.
Okay, so what do you do?
I am the safety and health and environment manager for the Wieland Metal Services business unit.
Okay,
so I oversee all of the locations.
Okay, how many locations do you have?
Currently, we have 18. I say currently because we keep having some acquisitions, and then some sites either close or merge. So currently, we have 18 locations.
Today, there's 18. Ask me tomorrow, you never know, right?
Always exciting.
So I really want to focus on the VPP certification with you, because I know that was a huge undertaking for you, and people, we're talking to safety pros, safety pros are listening. And, this is a great way for them to learn about this process and what that was like for you. And maybe some things that you learned from that we can share with them. So how many of your locations are certified?
Right now we have 5.
Okay. So why was it important to you to start that process?
We looked into, well, actually it was kind of recommended from upper management, that we should, pursue VPP, and we thought it was a great opportunity to get the labor and management and the government working together. So, what better partnership? And so we right away embraced it. The sites embraced it, and we started our journey, and it's a lot of work, but the purpose was to get the 3 units working together for employee safety in the workplace.
So what was that process like? I guess for you, when you started, did it feel really cumbersome?
So we did have a safety plan in place prior to pursuing VPP. But it wasn't as robust as it is now. So yes, we do an audit, a gap audit to find where our gaps are. And then when we find those gaps, we have to implement the corrective actions or processes that we were lacking. So it takes a time. This is something you don't do overnight. It's not something you do over a year. It takes years.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work, but the benefits are, positive. Employee morale is up, employee engagement has increased, injuries have been reduced. So it's all positive outcome from pursuing that. So, you get the gap audit, you close those gaps, you implement correct processes or corrective actions, and then the sustainment piece is probably the most difficult part, because, we can become complacent. We're humans. So sustaining it is the most difficult part, I would say. The nice thing is the sites that are already VPP star sites can, assist the other locations. And that is the beauty about metal services, is that we share best practices. We are a team, even though we are located across the country and even in Mexico. So great teamwork across all the business units to get these other sites to get to the VPP certification much faster than what the original sites did.
So you say a lot of it is about kind of sustaining that. What have you done, or what can you do to keep that alive? Because you're right, it's easy to be complacent. We are humans. How do we prevent from doing that?
Well, it's training, continuing to raise awareness, continuing to involve the employees. All our sites have operations managers and safety coordinators that drive that. And then they have me from a corporate standpoint to, assist and continue to give guidance and promote it. So it's not giving up, it's continuing to be excited about it, which it is, because what's better than having all your employees go home safe, So
how do you get them to support this?
That's a very, very good question. Because a lot of folks do struggle at the beginning. It's the excitement, it's the being part of a team. When you're committed, they feel like they're part of the team. So, and then they see the results, and it's exciting to see the results and knowing that you contributed to it.
So I guess the other side, looking up to like the C-suite, what is the value of getting their support? Because I'll before we go on, I asked you a question, so I really should ask it for the people listening to us. Did you have that support from your upper management, and was that a barrier?
Never a barrier. We work for a great company, and I'm not just saying that because I work here, but I am so lucky. And a lot of our sites have even communicated it to me that we're so lucky for our management team. They've been engaged from the beginning, through the different acquisitions and new employees onboarding. I have a new boss who's just great. His commitment to safety, his engagement, even the new president to Mental Services, commitment right from the beginning. So can't ask for a better engaged, committed team from upper management. So haven't had that issue with us. So I can't speak to, I know other companies may have that, that struggle to get them engaged, but not with Wieland. Even our company out in Germany who purchased us, they are engaged. Safety is number one value.
So what is the value of not having that barrier?
Oh, it makes it easier. It's just so easy. I love my job. A lot of people say they love their job. I think that if we had a barrier, I don't think I'd be happy here. I don't think I could drive continuous improvement if you had that roadblock. So it helps to drive continuous improvement. We're always benchmarking to get better. So it's huge. It's a very good place to work at.
So what was the hardest part of getting all these certifications? You have 5 now, and I know that you're looking to continue to add locations. What is the hardest part?
Well, when we first started, it was just the learning piece. The nice thing about Wieland is that we have such a positive spirit. So we say, well, how are we going to learn? Well, VPP offers conferences. We would attend the regional conferences, the national conferences, network with all these other companies that are already VPP. So you gain all this knowledge from just participating in those conferences. So it was putting the processes in place and then showing that they were effective. And then if they weren't effective, then we would check and adjust and improve upon them. So it's just it does take a while to make sure that it works, and then continue to improve upon. That's why I say that the new sites are benefiting from, all the hard work the original sites had gone through, because we've already, put them in place.
I like that. So I know that you implemented a EHS software system to help with those processes and procedures. Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, we did not have anything, not anything. It was all paperwork, Excel spreadsheets. So when we started using Sospes, it was a godsend. It is the greatest thing because it's all electronic. You can input it in there. If you want to find something, you can go in there and quickly locate it, as opposed to shuffling through papers. We eliminated a lot of paperwork. Just the amount of paperwork that's been eliminated has just been great. It's probably one of the best things that's happened to our safety and health program. And we continue to grow. Sospes is great because we ask for improvement, and they'll usually work with us to improve it. So it's been a really great partnership. Good feedback from everybody, from all the sites. Everybody likes it.
Thank you.
Very easy to use, very user friendly. I get people who say, "Oh, I'm not very computer literate. I'm not really good." I said, "You know what? You can't go wrong with this. You just can't." And they'll use it like, "Wow, this is very easy to use." Just the different analytics you can get from that, and the inspection forms. We've had a field day with it. It's been great.
I'm really glad. I'm really glad. Thank you for saying those kind of things.
Well, it started at, real quick, it started in North America, the Sospes, and now it's going global. Our entire global company is going to be using Sospes because they saw how much it benefited us. So it's been great.
we're really grateful. We're really excited. I know our team's been really, really working to get you guys up and going globally. So that's a huge, we're grateful. We're really grateful for that and your trust, of course. So a lot of people out there are using spreadsheets right now, a lot more than I suppose that I expected. What is, I think, the biggest downside of using spreadsheets, other than it's annoying and you have paper everywhere, but like really in terms of like operational processes, what is that big downside?
I'll be honest, it just, you don't know where it's just not even the spreadsheets. You don't know where you file them sometimes, did I file it here? Did I file it there? You got the electronic system, Sospes, you just push a button and you got it. The Excel, you have to go in there and try to determine how you want it to look, how you're going to set it up. Sospes already has all this set up for us. I'm using spreadsheets less and less now than I've ever had to use. Just the OSHA logs. We used to do them on spreadsheets. Now they're on Sospes automatically, and the sites, each site could go in there and just click a button and get them, where before they would have to send them to me, and I'll send them back. It was just a lot of going back and forth, emailing of the spreadsheets.
God, what a blessing. What a blessing that is.
It is. It is.
And it saves time. I mean, we could go on and on about the benefits, but
and this is just me. This is just me from a corporate standpoint. If you were to talk to some of our folks at the sites, they would say, oh, just the elimination, how easy it is to go around doing the inspections with a tablet with the Sospes on it, just a lot of benefits all around.
How does it help with the VPP?
I'm sorry, with the VPP?
Mm-hmm. How does it help with that?
Oh, they go on there. We just had, we have a really good story. We just had a recertification in our Rhode Island facility, and our safety coordinator took them in Sospes and showed them everything that it does. Great feedback. They've loved it. Even before, when we introduced Sospes when we were first getting certified, they said, this is a really good software, especially they like that it's easy for the employees on the work and the manufacturing floor to use. They always want to make sure that that's easy for those employees on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I always say, if you can, check Facebook, or you can order a pizza on your phone, you can use the app.
Oh, very well said. Yep. Yes. Yes. So true. So true.
Exactly. So for somebody that is looking to get certified and they feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This just feels like a mountain. And, and they have that support from their C-suite. I know you suggested talking to other people that have been, that gone through that process. What is your advice for somebody that's like starting this process? What can you tell them?
Most definitely. When we first started, we would benchmark. We would go to other VPP star sites just to observe. I remember going to one of these sites and they said, here, take our plans, use them, make them specific to your location. That's the exact same thing we do now. We have programs. We'll say here, it's called rip off and duplicate. So we share and we take it, and why reinvent the wheel? So that is what I loved, is that they welcome you and they say, here's what we do. It may not be the same process, but you could probably use it in a different manner for your company. So that is what I like, that we are willing to help another company, because what is it for? It's for workers in the United States and anywhere. It's for the workers. We want to keep any worker safe, to include even the contractors that come on site. We want everybody to be safe, regardless of what company you work for. So that is the benefit, is the, people just wanting everybody to go home safely after work.
I really like that. And I think that it sounds like the advice is just ask for those things. It sounds, if somebody may not offer to you, just say, hey, would you, offer this? And it sounds like everybody's willing to be really helpful. So just
Absolutely.
ask.
Absolutely.
Ask what you want. Isn't that the best advice? Just ask for what you want.
It is. This morning I received an email from the OSHA VPP manager from this region. So we have sites in all different regions. And she says, does anybody have a very good root cause analysis training? And she's asking everybody for if, and these are companies all across the United States. So we work together for the one common goal is for worker safety. So
That's great.
It is.
So tell us what your next plans are. To kind of wrap this up, what are your plans for the future with the other locations? Kind of what does that look like? What does that timeline look like?
Yeah, so we are all doing these elements reviews at our sites. Last year, we did apply at two sites. So we submitted the applications because you have to have a very good safety and health program in place for at least a year. We've gone a little bit longer, but and then a good safety record. So we've applied for 2 other sites last year, and then this year we have targeted 2 more sites to apply for VPP. So we will be doing everything. We'll be doing the gap audit, make sure we haven't missed anything, implement the corrective rate, make sure we are showing sustainment and employee engagement. And we will be submitting, hopefully those are applications by the end of this year. So, because we have so many sites, we're all at different safety maturity levels. So some are going to apply, sooner than others, but it's all looking very positive. And then we have some research coming up this year.
You sound like a busy woman. I like it.
I think that's why I like this job, because it's so much fun. There's never the same day twice, so I love working with all the sites. We have really good people at Wieland.
I'm so glad. And I'm so grateful to talk to you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and some really great advice to safety pros or people out there that are looking to do these certifications and kind of how to navigate that. So I would love to have you on again, because we just got the surface of what you know in this world. So
my pleasure. It's all for the workforce in our country and across the world.
Thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate you so much, and I'll talk to you again.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Safety Pro Roundtable. If you're ready to see your safety program thrive by incorporating some easy-to-use safety software, we'd love to connect further. Head to sospes.com/podcast to learn more about how our top-notch EHS software can make your job easier, safer, and your company more profitable. Again, that is sospes.com/podcast, or you can find the link in the show notes of this episode. We will see you soon. Safety Pro Roundtable. If you're ready to see your safety program thrive by incorporating some easy-to-use safety software, we'd love to connect further. Head to sospes.com/podcast to learn more about how our top-notch EHS software can make your job easier, safer, and your company more profitable. Again, that is sospes.com/podcast, or you can find the link in the show notes of this episode. We will see you soon.